In this video lesson, we will learn about isosceles triangles. So, in general, there's a whole lot of different types of triangles, but we can't really say that much about all of them as a whole. So, we're going to limit ourselves to these specific triangles called isosceles triangles. And these triangles, as opposed to the ones that I'm drawing here that can just be arbitrary, these isosceles triangles have to have two equal sides. So there always has to be three sides to a triangle, but an isosceles triangle is one where two sides are the same length. So limiting two sides to being equal length actually tells us a lot more about this triangle. And we'll get there in just a second. This is what an isosceles triangle would look like. Here's one, here's another. They can be wide, they can be tall, but two sides have to be equal, and we mark them off like this. So that one little bar means that those two sides are equal. So now, let's say we have a triangle with all three sides equal. Do we call this isosceles? Yes, it is isosceles. It is enough for at least two sides to be equal for a triangle to be called isosceles. Now, a triangle with all three sides equal is also called an equilateral triangle, but that's something for another video lesson. So let's say we've got this triangle and it's got two equal sides. Then the third side, which is not necessarily equal to the other two, is called the base. And these two angles with the arrows to them that are at the base are called base angles. So what's important to know about these isosceles triangles is that these base angles are actually equal. So let me draw that for you. If we have an isosceles triangle, then it's always got these two base angles, and they are equal. And this is actually really useful in solving a lot of different math problems. So here, let's say we have this isosceles triangle, then those two angles that I've marked are equal. Or here's another isosceles triangle, and once again we have these two base angles, and they will be equal. So now, how about we do an example problem and use this fact. So here's the first problem. Let's say we got this isosceles triangle here, and we're going to mark it ABC, and I write here that angle A is 15 degrees, 1-5, and AB is equal to BC, of course. And the question is, what are the other angles in this triangle? Specifically, what is angle B and what is angle C in degrees? So remember, we have AB equals BC. So we have the base is AC. So 15 degrees is one of the two base angles. Now, because this triangle is isosceles, we know that the other base angle also has to be 15 degrees. Since the other base angle is angle C, that tells us that angle C is 15 degrees. So in other words, we've got half our answer. So now, how do we get angle B? Now here we use the fact that the sum of the angles of a triangle, the interior angles, is always 180 degrees. Since we know two of the angles, we must know the third as well. So we're going to label it x, and let's calculate. We got x plus 15 plus 15, all the angles, and added together they should equal to 180 degrees. But this is a simple equation, and we just need to solve for x. So I get x plus 30 equals 180, and then we subtract 30 on both sides, and we get x equals to 150 degrees. And x is angle B. So we've already got angle C, and now we have angle B. So that gives us both parts of our answer. Angle C is 15 degrees, angle B is 150 degrees. And that completes the problem. So as you can see, knowing that the two base angles are equal really helps you figure out all the other angles of a triangle. So now let's do another sample problem just to make sure I've got this down. And so this time it's a word problem. We have a triangle ABC, and we have AB equals BC. And we're given one of these angles, that's angle B. We have to find the other two. So first, let's make a drawing. So here we have B, and I'm drawing B because we know that it's 70 degrees, and I tried my best, and that's about 70 degrees right there in the drawing. So then we also have angles A and C, and we know that AB equals BC. So what I've drawn is about right. So notice this time, instead of being given one of the base angles, we're actually given the third angle. So what we've got to find out are what the base angles are. Once again, the fact that the base angles are equal helps us, because when we label angle A as x, we can also label angle C as x. And again, the sum of the angles is 180 degrees, and in this case we have 70 plus x is 180. And this only has this one variable x, so we can just solve for it. We get 2x equals 110, and then we divide by 2 on both sides and get x equals 55. So now we know that angles A and angle C are both equal to 55 degrees. Alright, I hope that this video lesson has been helpful. Thank you for watching.